Sports. What's up?
What's up, buddy?
You
How
already
you doing
know.
today?
You know I'm here. You know I'm here, and it's time to talk some sports.
We got a lot of stuff to talk about today.
Yeah, it was a busy weekend. We had a great weekend of sports, actually.
Great weekend.
Some knockoffs. Well, not concerned. Not really saying knockoffs, because me personally, I had it going down the way it was about to go down. But anyway, let's start it off with Travis Hunter winning the Heisman, like you said. What you think about that?
Well, I think Travis Hunter is the best player in college football. The, to be a top defensive player and offensive player is pretty special. I know the running back ran for 2,000 yards and he had a great feeling, but he didn't play no defense.
Yeah,
And he didn't play every down.
that
And he wasn't on defense. He was the main character. You didn't go towards Travis Hunter. You went away from Travis Hunter. So
definitely.
he's a great player. I can't take that away from him.
I
But that
definitely.
ain't the story.
What's the story?
The story is his girlfriend.
I was coming right to you about that because it's
You
three.
know,
It's three instances, and I'm gonna call them out. First instance where he won the game. He had some great games from two, and then she walking him to the podium, and she's yelling at him, and he got to go back and forth with her. That was number one. Number two, the Heisman with Dion had to tell her to stand up, and she stood up. Then she sit down fast. Then number three, which is the big one, at the photo shoot with the fans, and she said, "Oh, I'm supposed to sit here while you just take pictures and stuff." Like, wow. Wait a minute, son.
you got to realize that most women on that level, they want to be all about them. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
You know. So she a gold digger. You know what the deal is. She won't interested in that young man until he
She found
got
out.
famous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she
And
found out.
it's all about her. I mean, when the camera's on him, she don't want to. Hey,
Yeah, she wanted her
I ain't mad
attention.
with her.
Yeah.
That's her game. If a young lady can scoop on to a millionaire,
Yeah.
that's what they're doing nowadays.
Yeah.
I'm just telling him that hey, if everybody in the whole world can see it, I don't see why he can't see it.
Yeah. That's definitely weird. That's definitely
But
weird.
hey, that's who he like. I mean, if that's who he like. That's who he like. That's
Well,
ain't nothing you can do about it.
this is probably the first time you go on social media and you go through the post, and everybody is like telling
Hating
him,
on him.
like hating on her. Like usually
Yeah,
you have some
everybody
people.
hating on her.
Yeah, it usually be like a little bit of some here, some there. It's like everybody like, dude, red flag, wow,
Red flag.
red flag.
Everybody's hating on that young lady.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's
But hey, that's who he choose to be with. I mean,
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
Really sad.
he,
Really sad
he
day.
said he gonna marry her
Yep.
when he signed his NFL contract. So hey,
Yeah.
ain't nothing we can do about it. That's his life. I mean, I mean, if he was my son, I would tell him, I say, hey boy, I don't know, but
It
it's a
don't look
whole
good.
lot of
It
it's a
don't look
whole lot
good.
of
That's for sure. It don't look good at all.
no. Well, I guess he don't care about that. But it's a whole lot of people out there that in the same situation. It's just that they ain't in the spotlight. So
Yeah. Yeah. Would a woman want that? But she looking bad right now, and I hate to say that, and I hope he be careful. And I'm not saying that he shouldn't be with her or nothing like that. But I don't think this might end well. Especially when he get in the NFL when he really start getting some attention. So,
yeah, well,
if she's struggling with it now, it's gonna get worse.
I hope he got enough sense to do a nice prenup.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that one, but let's go channel to the NFL, right? Because I got a couple of games that really made major impact in the playoff standings going forward. Let's start with the Green Bay Packers beating Seattle.
I love that game.
I know you do.
Because the Rams are in first place right
Are
now.
now in first place.
That's right. My boys are in first place where they belong.
Well,
back on top.
well, we couldn't trust. You know, you wouldn't be able to trust what's name anyway. So that was always going to be a problem. You won't gonna be able to trust Seattle with Geno.
Right. I don't get. I understand Geno playing good ball, but Geno Smith ain't never been a franchise quarterback. I don't know why they haven't won and got them a quarterback yet. But hey, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. You're right, right. I don't understand that move either way, but it seemed like Ram is becoming the most dangerous team in the league right now. Even
What
though
you
you
say?
just the most
What you say?
dangerous right now, the Rams are the most dangerous right now.
Well, I'm not consider us the most dangerous because Philadelphia handed us a beatdown. I mean, they treat us like we shouldn't. They shouldn't even been on the field. We shouldn't have been on the field with them. So I'm not saying we the most dangerous.
Yeah, yeah. I was
I
kicking.
mean, but and our team is not 100% complete. We rebuilding. We got a lot of more things to go. It's just that we heading in the right direction. That's what's important. You know what I'm saying? We got about 5 or 6 positions. Man, I ain't gonna say 5 or 6. We got about 3 or 4 positions that we got to tighten up. Excuse me. We got to tighten up our defensive back situation a little bit better, and we got to get some more in. I mean, Cup is heading downward. Cup heading downward. Our quarterback is heading downward. So we got some more more stuff to add to our team to make it where we really want it to be. But if you come in our home and you're not solid, we're gonna beat you.
Yeah, yeah. It's
So
looking
I
that
mean,
way.
the
It's
game
looking that
the
way.
game against Buffalo was phenomenal. I mean, it was a great game, and we Buffalo defense ain't as great as people think it is. So we just outbattled them. You know, we played big on offense. We played big on special team, and that was one of the difference. I mean, our defense ain't great. Their defense ain't great, and our 2 quarterbacks just battled it out. And that one play on special team maybe was different. That's why we won the game.
I'm glad you said something about Buffalo because Buffalo had a big weekend, and hey, Josh Allen is playing Major League Basketball right now, man. You got to give him some props right now. They beat Detroit. They really beat them too. But Detroit is absolute hurt. So I mean, we can't give it. They hurt. They finished.
I feel sorry for Detroit.
Detroit finished.
They finished. I feel sorry. They have no defensive players. None. All their starters are hurt. I mean, they still playing their butt off, and they try to outscore everybody, but they can't win it without a defense.
But like
I feel sorry for them. They get right to the end, and all their boys got hurt. So they right now they kind of like, I'm not saying out the picture, but
no, they pops. They out the picture. I'm just calling it what it is.
I can't see them going to the bowl with the defense they putting out there.
I told you what was going to happen. I'm sorry that it ended up with injuries, but I told you they wasn't going to be a threat. And you see them boys, Green Bay has turned up the notch. They're looking good right now. They're going in the right direction.
Well, I cannot give them too much prop for beating
Seattle.
Seattle. Didn't Detroit beat them other day without their defense?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I mean, so they ain't doing so great. You know what I'm saying? But the team that everybody's sleeping on, ain't nobody talking about, is Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota playing good right now. I got to give them that price.
That defense is great. They playing great defense. As long as you got a Jefferson.
Flores, let me tell you something. Flores, man, let me tell you something that I like about Flores, right? Flores, when you see him line up, sometimes he line up 6 men on the line, and they drop down into a cover 2, 5 on the line. Then he blitz with the cornerback. I mean, his blitz packages are amazing. Brian Flores right now is the defensive coach of the year. I know that's not a thing they do, but
well,
his defense
I don't know about that because Philly defense is phenomenal too.
Yeah, Philly defense is phenomenal.
Philly defense is. I mean, Brian Flores. I know the Rams went to Minnesota and beat them. So a good quarterback that know how to read defense usually get him. but Philly defense might be the cream of the crop in the NFC right now. But Philly, period, is the cream of the crop in the NFC. I'm gonna get credit what credit due.
Yeah,
offensive wise, they loaded. Defensive wise, they loaded.
Yeah,
they
give them their props. Give them their props.
Right. In my eyesight, our cousin Marcus, he on top of the world right now. So he's dying to get out here.
But guess what?
To talk about Philly.
But guess what? Let's really be honest. That quarterback in the playoffs is not a factor. That's the thing I'm trying to tell people right now.
Well,
you have to go back to the pedigree of what these players are. Like, he's another Lamar Jackson in the playoffs, you ask me. He gonna get you there. He gonna get you there. He gonna get you as far as he gonna get you. I promise you that. But
it's no quarterback. It's no quarterback in the NFC that's a threat to him, to that team. I mean, who? I mean, Detroit that lost their defense, no threat. Minnesota, Donald. I mean, he playing good ball, but is he a threat? No. I mean, Love out in Green Bay, he's not really a threat. Yeah. So yeah, I heard it's better than all three of them I just named. Heard it. They out of the picture. My boys is a threat, but we ain't ready for the bowl.
Yeah.
It's nothing in their way. There's nothing. They're the only team that can run the ball down your throat and got premier receivers.
But they don't have a premier. They don't have the premier passing attack though. Pops, that's what I'm trying to say.
Who they play this week? Who did they play?
Who? Philadelphia. Pittsburgh.
They beat Pittsburgh. Yeah, Pittsburgh don't feel that way.
Well, Pittsburgh.
When they passed on Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they went and passed on Pittsburgh. I mean,
when they ran the ball. I mean, when they passed on Pittsburgh will have a premier defense.
Yeah, they wouldn't did what they had to do.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, all the teams that's supposed to be big boy teams, they wouldn't beat them. They beat Baltimore. They beat Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Well, we got to talk about another team that's in that playoff race over there in the NFC. The Commanders. The Commanders got a sneaky win, barely won. I mean, you can say that New Orleans said, "Hey, man, let's see if we can win it. We're gonna either win it or lose it. Who cares?"
Yeah, well, no, I see. Commander is like their schedule is 100% in their favor. They got a last place schedule.
Yeah.
They play New Orleans and their starting quarterback
was horrible.
New Orleans is horrible with their starting quarterback. They're horrible without their starting quarterback.
They definitely was horrible.
Yeah, they're garbage. You know what I'm saying? So Commanders is I give them credit because they beat the team they're supposed to beat. 100%. They on the schedule, and that's who they beat. I give them that 100% credit. But they are not a threat
at all.
They're not a threat. Commanders can't beat none of the big boys.
First round out.
Right. They can't beat none of the big boys. They just happen to have the best schedule and
first round out. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're not a threat. I mean, they up and coming. I can see them up and coming, but
let's piggyback the Steelers. Going back to them too. Are they a threat at all over there in the AFC?
Well, you got to look at the AFC. Okay, the AFC, Baltimore defense is horrible.
Yeah.
They can say whatever they want to say about Baltimore. Lamar Jackson their offense is all they got.
Yeah.
If Lamar Jackson have a bad game, Baltimore lose.
Well,
so if you can control Lamar Jackson, you can control Baltimore.
Well,
and whoever their offensive coordinator, he refused to run the ball.
He needs to be fired. He needs to be fired ASAP.
He
got the best running attack. He refused to run it. He
refused to run the ball. He still trying to prove that Lamar Jackson is a great passer, which don't nobody care. Only person people should care about is winning games.
Exactly.
So they
don't have no identity. They're supposed to be a running team, but don't have an identity as a running team.
We don't know. They're not a passing team, and they're a running team that's trying to establish a pass. But But they
No,
it's still in the
no,
mix.
no. Here it is. No, it's backwards with them though. See, they're running. They want to pass to
Right,
establish their run. So,
right.
like, I don't know the backwards part of it, but it's showing in the stats. If you see, like, what's the boy, Derrick Henry? He didn't even get 100 yards. I mean, this is the type of stuff that's going on. He's not even getting enough carry. He's not even averaging 20 carries.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying.
I
But
mean,
when you play,
maybe
see, well,
I'm saying personally, maybe they're holding the team out the run game attack till the playoffs, saving the legs to the playoffs. To the playoffs, then we just run
well,
heavy. Maybe
I,
that
maybe,
would be my strategy. If I'm doing it,
but,
if just let's just get to the playoffs so we can just
but
pound.
it's hard to win on the road in the playoffs.
Well, they haven't won at home. They had the home field for the last 3-4 years and haven't
Well,
won at home.
but it's hard to win on the road in the playoffs. You
They
got to go in Pittsburgh. You got to go in Buffalo. You got to go into Kansas City. Those are not easy
those
places
not
to
easy
win.
place. No,
So
all
I
of
mean, if you, I
every
mean,
place every place you
last
name.
year, they went to they was in Baltimore the whole time and couldn't pull it off. So how do you think they can pull it off on the road? So I
Right.
don't know. I mean, to me, they their defense ain't great, but
If the
Lamar
offensive line,
Lamar
if the
can't beat the
offensive,
big boys yet.
no, he
Not
can't.
with that team he got.
No, he can't.
Now, and if you holler receivers, you're not gonna mention now one of Baltimore receivers.
No, no.
So you know what I'm saying? You can say all you want, but he don't have no premier receiver, no
No,
one that can take the
hold on.
game over.
Time out. Now, the games that I watch, what I noticed is he does have talented receivers to get open. The problem is him getting the ball to him. I see a lot of errant throws from this guy, man. And I mean, a lot of, and then he hold the ball along. He's not a quick thrower. Like, I mean, it's just he's not an accurate passer. So it's like, to me personally, like, just use his legs. Do a lot of what they rollouts. I mean, just stuff to get him moving. That, like, if somebody's not open, or he's gonna hold on to the ball, at least let them just run around a little bit more. It's just the offensive scheme don't fit nothing they're doing. I don't know who their offensive coordinator is. I don't think he's gonna last long anyway. But
Todd Monken.
what he's horrible. I don't know what
Well,
he's seeing. He don't see the same thing we seeing. We are seeing, like, all you have to do is do the option the whole game. Option running back, option run to the quarterback, option pass, short passes, screens, short passes, run to the screen, short passes, runs, screen, short passes, run. That's it.
well, he haven't beat the big boys yet.
Can't.
So
He can't.
I don't know. I mean, he's one of the big boys, but he haven't beat the big boy. I mean, he went to Kansas City. They couldn't pull that off.
No.
So I don't know.
They said we don't talk about Lamar Jackson on here, so we giving them what they need to hear. Lamar Jackson
Lamar,
is not a premier player.
I like Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? I like, but see, if when you build your team around your quarterback like that, you have to see they didn't go out and get a big receiver. A big name, not a big name, but
No,
a big tall receiver.
a big tall like
Right.
Cooper. They need somebody like Cooper.
He don't have them receivers where when I got to get open for this 5-10 yard play. We need somebody that can get. He don't have nobody on his team like that. You know what I'm saying? And their running game, your coach. I mean, sometimes when it's second and one, or they'll try to fake it and go for the big throw, but the receiver's not getting wide open, so he kind of like trying to put it where the defensive man can't get it, and the offensive man can't get it either.
No, Pops. I'm not gonna let you let him off the. He throw a lot of errant high passes. He's not a accurate thrower. I'm just calling what it is. I mean, I see players be wide open. I mean, they don't want to, like, call him out, but the man is he wings it all over the place, man. I mean, he has some great throws, but he's a 60% accuracy throw. Let's call it what it is.
Right, right. I agree with that, but I mean, like I said, some of them guys ain't open though. Damn.
All
I
right.
mean, you got sometimes when you back there, you have to throw it. You have to throw it.
We will
You know
have
what I'm
some
saying?
highlights coming up on. We will have some highlights. I'm gonna get this thing to all the way together where I'm gonna show you the type of highlights that goes on. Let's move on to me personally. I don't think he's the MVP right now. I think the MVP right now is Saquon Barkley, but Josh Allen is putting up MVP numbers to go along with the wins. What do you think? Who's the MVP right now?
Well, Josh Allen MPV right now. I mean, ain't nobody out there quarterbacking like he is. See, quarterback always get the first shot at the MVP.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, ain't nobody out there quarterbacking like
Josh
Josh.
Allen.
I mean, the man, even in a loss,
He
put
running.
up 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, he running and he's all over the place. He
Yeah.
trying.
I mean, to be honest with you, when they let that young man go, Diggs.
Yeah, Stephon Diggs, that helped him. So he ain't
They
had to
got
force
better.
it. Yeah, he ain't had to force it to him.
Yeah, they got better. Exactly, they got
Yeah.
better. And
Yeah.
and when they acquired Cooper, Cooper.
Yeah. Yeah, Amari Cooper.
Yeah,
That's a big receiver. We were just talking
a
about
big
that.
receiver.
Big
Yeah, you
receiver.
need that big receiver.
Yeah, big
and,
receiver.
And what that big receiver does, he draws double teams.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the other boys is one-on-one, and if they can beat them,
Yeah.
Josh Allen gonna put it on the dime on them.
Exactly.
So it's always somebody, so.
But Saquon Barkley pops is like splash, 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 splash. He got Philadelphia looking like a whole different team, and it's ran through him. Start with him, and then everybody else figure it out. And he's proven he's averaging like 7 yards a carry. I feel like almost.
Well, I agree with you. But Philadelphia
and they winning.
Is winning. And they probably is the number one team in the league right now.
Yeah. Hard to beat. You're not just beating those guys at all.
But it's hard to give a running back. It's 1 and 2. It's to be honest with you, it's what they're gonna do there in the stretch.
Yeah. That would have seemed
you see what I'm saying? It's 1 and 2. Yeah, I mean, it's either Saquon or it's either him. I mean, it's 1 and 2. It's pick your poison. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but the quarterback is always a step ahead of the running back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Saquon didn't score 6 touchdowns last week.
Yeah, that is
and
true.
Week 4 last, he scored 6 touchdowns. This week, he scored 5. He scored 11 touchdowns in 2 weeks. Saquon didn't do that.
But they had losses in those.
Well, I understand they had a loss, but they still, number one in their division.
This Philly team has really like they cakewalking right now.
Huh?
This Philly team right now is really cakewalking right now.
Well, yeah, but Philly got a team, man. Philly got maybe the best defense out there. They got the best offensive line. They got the
But they ain't got that quarterback.
They got the best. They got the best receivers. I mean, my main quarterback. Philly. See, now I'm gonna show you the difference with what you said about Lamar Jackson and Hurt. Okay, Lamar Jackson, they try to make him a passer. Philly ain't doing that.
Nah, they just
Philly said we're gonna run this ball because that's what we great at.
Yeah, y'all can cry about passing.
This is what we gonna do. We can run this ball down your throat and score as many ways you can. If you give him up, one thing about Saquon Barkley, if you open that hole up, he gone. See, most running backs, just like the Rams running back. He's a good running back, but he ain't got that speed that Barkley got.
Yeah, once Barkley hit that hole, he's gone.
If he get past that first line and that linebacker don't get it, he gone.
But even in the line, even when that line is heavy right there, when they line up in the deep and give them like a 6-man lineup or something in the line in the inside of the defense, he still managed to get 5 to 6 yards every play.
Well, he don't get that many yards.
3 yards. 3 yards here.
But I mean,
5 yards next play.
But who got the best offensive line in the league?
They do.
Really?
They do.
Come on. When your offensive lineman is blocking people 3 and 4 yards down the field, it's 3 yards before he even get to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, you're right.
All of that matters, man. You gotta have. I don't care how great a running back you are. He won't doing that in New York.
I mean, you're right. He ain't
With
had
that,
the line.
with that regular line,
he was still having 1,000 yards in New York.
Well, it's a difference between 1,000 yards and 2,000 yards, Anthony.
Definitely.
It's a difference.
Definitely.
You got 18 games. You ain't even average 100. You ain't average 100 yards and you get 1,000 yards. You average 60 yards a game and get 1,000 yards. So that 1,000 yards thing is no more even a factor. You know what I'm saying? So my man is getting ready to go to 2,000. Talking about breaking Dickerson, which I don't think he's gonna do.
He's not gonna do that.
But,
he's not gonna do that.
But all I'm saying is that Philly got the offensive line, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He got offensive line. They can't play up because they got premier receivers.
A.J. Brown.
You see, and Smith.
And Smith, yeah.
Right. They got They got 2 premier receivers. Mm-hmm. I mean, the quarterback is good enough to hit them boys. So you can't play up on if you play up on the line, the receiver's gonna kill you. If you play back, and they got a premier offensive line. Come on, man. That's offense 101.
Can't go wrong.
That's the way your offense supposed to work. They talk about their coaching. They talk about their coach all the time about how crazy stuff he do. But them boys are rolling.
Them boys rolling. Exactly.
Yeah. Them boys are rolling. And right now, to me, they're the best team in the NFC.
Yes, sir.
Detroit, when they healthy, is the best team. But
they're not healthy. They threw.
Right, they threw. Yeah, all the other teams was injured during the first of the year. They got unlucky and got injured during the end of the year.
But guess what? We did all that talking, and the one team is 2 teams that everybody's scared to play: Green Bay and the Rams. Going into that playoffs right now, those are the 2 scary teams right now that you have to kind of like, hey, listen, man, let's avoid those teams.
Well, the Rams, first thing you got to realize, the Rams probably got the best coach out there.
Yeah.
He's the only one that won a Super Bowl.
Went to 2.
Yeah, he's the only one that won one over there.
2 and 1.
So McVay is a great coach.
Yeah.
Especially offensively wise.
Yeah.
So he can figure ways how to beat you. So Green Bay, he's a McVay. He comes from the Rams too. So they got that Ram attack.
I told you, let me tell you something. Green Bay.
They got that Ram attack.
The Green Bay is the one team that everybody they need to mark on their calendar. This is the game we need to watch. Watch these boys, because when they get in that play, we hear about the Minnesota. Minnesota still got Sam Darnold, so let's always remember I said that. Minnesota still has Sam Darnold. But them guys over there that won the Super Bowl, they got the Super Bowl coach.
Who?
Who?
Green Bay?
No, I'm talking about Rams. Rams got the Super Bowl coach, and then you got Green Bay pedigree and history and tradition. Green Bay tradition and pedigree, it says when they change quarterbacks, a Super Bowl come. Then after that is flat. But when they change quarterbacks, a Super Bowl come. So that's the storyline that I'm going off of. Only me.
That don't mean nothing, Anthony. That's old school. I mean, you gotta realize this. Green Bay don't have. Do you know who Green Bay receivers are?
No.
Rest my case.
No.
Their running back.
I don't know either.
Average. You see what I'm saying? So they don't have nothing to. I mean, what place they in? Third, and they can't even win their own division.
Pops, they only lost 4 games.
I understand what you're saying, dog.
4 games.
This is football.
4 games. They only lost 4 games, right? And 4 games.
They can't win their division.
But the division is tough this year.
But who did they lose? They losing to Detroit. They lost to Minnesota.
So,
they had to.
So let me ask you this. In a playoff settings, we know Minnesota is shaking the playoffs. In a
We
playoffs,
we,
hold on, hold
we
on, hold on,
don't.
hold on, hold on. In the playoff setting, Minnesota, let's go Minnesota. In the playoff setting, we got that. Then in the playoff setting, we got Philadelphia. You got Jalen Hurts that you got to worry about in the playoffs. Then the only people they really got to worry about that's really top notch in that league over that side is who?
Well, let me ask this question.
I just broke it down for you.
You rather have Jalen Hurts your quarterback or
Jordan
Jordan Love your quarterback?
Jordan Love.
Well, Jordan Love
Jordan
ain't never
Love can
went the
throw.
public. Jordan Love ain't never went. Jordan Love throw more
Jordan Love
interceptions.
can throw the
Jordan
football.
Love have thrown more interceptions than anybody in the league.
You know why? Because Jordan Love throw the football.
Why? I mean, he's an interception machine.
So let me
dog.
ask you, hold on, Pops.
Come on now.
Hold on,
you
hold
talk
on.
about
So
you talk
try
about
to,
anybody else, but you gonna agree it's okay for Jordan Love to
but
throw
you want,
interception?
but you want me to like a guy that only can throw out of 25 throws, only can average 120 yards, 190 yards, or 200 yards for 29 throws.
That's
But here
all
it is,
they
you get
need,
29
dog.
throws from Jordan.
You don't have to. You don't have.
But you said they got a
They
great
have a
team.
running attack. You don't have to throw for 400 yards when you got a running attack.
So
you got a running attack.
What's Philly lost 2 games, right?
Right.
All right. With this great team, great defense, great running attack, this great receivers, Green Bay lost 4 games.
I understand that, though.
So what we talking about?
But you try to tell me that you prefer Jordan Love.
Give me Jordan Love over Jalen Rose. I call him Jalen Rose. Jalen Hurts anytime. Give him to me.
Well, you go ahead and take it.
And the only reason why I'm saying that is because I know he's not a thrower. I need that.
Who's
I need
not
to
a
throw.
thrower?
Hey, listen, man. Jalen Hurts can't throw that football, man.
And my man is the interception king.
Call him what he want.
But I mean, well, you knock Hurts for not throwing the ball accurate, but you're not knocking my man for throwing interception. I'm quite sure
that's a throwing offense.
Let me finish. Interceptions are not accurate passes. As long as the last time I checked.
How many interceptions he got?
My man throws 2-3 interceptions every game.
What's your last stats?
I don't know what his stats is. I ain't got it in front of me.
Hold on. You know, I'm glad we on the world national internet right now, because guess what? I can find the stat. Jordan Love stats, right? We can find that, because we need to find Jordan Love, because you say he's an interception king, right?
Interception throwing. He throw interception.
All right, Jordan Love stats. Let's feed with the stats, because we can bring it up. I see all these. I'm gonna count them. I see 1. Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah.
You're right. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11. He got 11. So Jordan Love stats. Hold on. Jordan Love stats right now: 63% for 29 on 2,000.
Hold on. What percent?
63%.
That's the same thing you said about Lamar.
Hold on. Passer rating 98.5%. His passer rating is 98.5%. 23 touchdowns and 11 interceptions.
Come on, dog. What's so great about that?
I mean, what's Jalen Hurts?
My man to throw 23 touchdowns. Buffalo quarterback throw 23 touchdowns this month. Come on.
Pops.
What's so great about that? So
you're right. You know what? I'm wrong. Jalen Hurts.
Every 2 touchdowns he throw, he gonna throw an interception. Come on, man.
You're right. Jalen Hurts stats, right? Jalen Hurts stats right now. He's 69%, right? Accuracy.
Higher.
Right? 2,892. Jordan Love a little bit higher. He only has 18 touchdowns. Jordan Love higher. But 5 interceptions.
Thank you.
And Jalen Hurts passer.
And a better record.
Jalen Hurts passing percentage is, his quarterback rating is 104.5. So he's right now he's playing better. I wouldn't say that.
Better all we ran, dog.
Better team, I wouldn't say that though. because I got more passing touchdowns out of Jordan Love. It might my slight accuracy, more
But see,
interceptions, but a different. So that
look,
shows you the different
look,
offense.
look. I mean, they pass more than Philly pass.
Yeah, it
Okay,
shows you different
Philly
offense.
don't have to pass. You know, they don't have to pass. They have a running game. You know, you're looking like the quarterback have to throw. You don't have to throw. Look at some of the quarterbacks that won Super Bowl. Trent Dilfer. You don't have to be a great passer to win Super Bowl. Look at a great passer who haven't won Super Bowl.
But the last 15 has been great passes. The last 15 Super Bowls. The last 15 Super Bowls have been great passes.
Well,
Tom
I
Brady
agree with.
and what's the old boy name? Patrick Mahomes. So what are we talking about? If you ain't on that standard,
hold on. You got to put
and
another
Matthew
one.
Stafford.
Matthew Stafford.
So
be leaving my boy out.
So exactly, you talking about 3 great passes. So
Well,
you see what I'm saying?
That.
For to win the Super Bowl, you need to have those great passes. That run thing, if you ain't fully embedded in the run, it ain't gonna work. See, just like when Baltimore Ravens won with Trent Dilfer and all them, so they was fully embedded in the run. We not gonna pass because he can't pass. Like we just gonna fully like Lamar Jackson. Exactly, because they
won the Super Bowl though.
But they stayed fully embedded in the run. But see, these guys, new guys right now with Lamar Jackson and them, they not fully embedded with the run. They not fully embedded with it.
Okay. What Love is doing?
You throwing that motherfucker. That's what I think.
28
touchdowns.
That ain't nothing.
28 touchdowns. Okay, but
11 interceptions?
He got 10 more touchdowns than Lamar Jackson. I mean, 10 more touchdowns than Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts got 18.
And how many more interceptions he got?
11. So he threw six more interceptions, and what's name got 5, but 6 more interceptions popped, and he got 28 on touchdowns, and this guy got on 18. See, you don't get it. He got a better running game.
Who got the best record?
Got a better running game.
Who got the best record?
Better running game. What's Lamar Jackson? Let me see Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson. Oh, Lamar Jackson ball. God damn.
What Lamar Jackson is?
I mean, he's 68% accuracy, right? But he got 3,500 yards, 3,580 yards, 34 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions.
I rip my case. Come on,
hey, look, and 120 passing rating. God,
look,
damn.
He's steady dropping down the list. Come on, man. You know, and you already said Lamar Jackson is one of the.
That's the MVP.
That ain't MVP.
That's the MVP. That's MVP numbers.
Yeah, MVP numbers. Yeah, but that's not the MVP.
Who's the MVP?
Well, the boy from Buffalo.
Let me go to Buffalo. What's his name? What's Buffalo?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. Yeah. Oh my God. Because Lamar Jackson putting up numbers. Yeah. Hey, listen, man. Lamar Jackson is hands down the MVP. This is Jordan Love numbers. Hold on. Josh Allen numbers, 64% passing accuracy, but he got 3,300 yards, 3,395 yards, 25 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions for 103 passing rating. So him and Jordan Love, Jordan Love got more touchdowns, but more interceptions and the same passer rating as Josh Allen.
No, Josh Allen is 100, but Jordan Love is 98.
It's 5 points more.
I mean, come on, dog.
But we talking 5 points more, Pop.
Put no Jordan. So you try to tell me you would rather have Jordan Love over Josh Allen?
I ain't said that.
Okay.
I ain't said that.
What you saying?
I'm saying right now, based on the numbers, Lamar Jackson is the best quarterback.
Okay, well, you talking and love you just said Lamar Jackson wasn't accurate.
Nah, I did.
Okay, so that's what
He
I'm
accurate.
saying.
He more
You got
accurate than Josh. They talking about Josh Allen and this and that, but God damn, Lamar Jackson. We ain't even throw in the rushing numbers with that.
well, that's what I'm saying right now.
Lamar, that man doing goddamn Superman numbers right now.
But the only difference that they don't win all them games.
Yeah, but they ain't lost them. How many games they lost? They ain't lost that
They
many
lost
games.
about 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, 5 games.
Yeah, they lost 4 or 5 games.
Well, Josh Allen lost 4.
I think that's how lost 3.
Oh yeah, it's 3.
And they beat Kansas City. The only team that beat Kansas City. Something Baltimore can't do.
Can't do. Well, Buffalo can beat Kansas City in the regular season. They
Well,
can't beat them in the playoffs.
That's what we talking about, the regular.
Oh yeah, man. This shit don't matter though, pops.
I understand it don't matter, but that you gotta win to get to the playoffs.
So who gonna win the number 1 seed in the NFC?
Philly.
You think Philly gonna get it?
Yeah.
Over the Vikings?
I mean,
because it's against Detroit Eagles and Vikings. I mean, of course, Detroit hurt.
Well, Detroit hurt, so I don't know if they're gonna be able to win the rest of their game.
So you got to get the Eagles and Vikings. So you think the Eagles gonna beat the Commanders?
Be for real. Come on now, we talking sports now. We're not
Commanders
joking.
Commanders fan Pops is saying it already. You can't beat Philly.
Well, that's what the fans saying. Are they in first place?
No.
And who in first place in the division?
Philly.
Did they beat Philly when they played Philly?
No.
Okay, well, what else did it be fast?
It's only gonna be fast.
You're only as good as your division.
Yeah, that's true.
You holding on to a wild card spot, and you're the last place in the wild card spot.
That is true.
Okay.
All right, I got to pigeon on to the NBA because your boys went up against the Thunder in the Cup and they lost.
Right. Yeah, we lost.
Young team. You saw the youngness, but you saw some splash plays here and there.
Well, our problem is we have 2 problems. We don't have a star. Ain't nobody established themselves as a superstar.
Oh, wait. So we going back to the old couple of shows we've been having where Amp C kept saying, hey, you don't have stars.
Well, I'm saying we don't have a superstar.
Okay.
We don't have a go-to guy yet.
At all.
We haven't established that.
So chat. So you hearing this chat? You hearing this chat from all these other posts you've been seeing? I've been saying about the Houston Rockets, they don't have a superstar. Now Pops is saying, we don't have a superstar. Go ahead. Now you can say what you need to say.
Let me finish. And our coach is too defensive minded. See, we got people on our bench that can score, but they don't play tough nose defense. So he refused to play them because they don't play tough nose defense. And my point to him is that the Curry boy and Golden State don't play tough nose defense, but he plays because he can score. See, we don't have a 3-point shooter. Don't have one. Mm-hmm. And we drafted a 3-point shooter, the young boy named Reed. Now I've been checking out what he's doing. Of course, Reed is a point guard, but he want him to play. See, when you're playing hard in those defense, it takes your legs away. Most defensive players are not offensive scorers. Mm-hmm. Very seldom when you find an offensive scorer that's a top-notch defensive player either. That's one of a kind. You don't find them too much. So either you're going to be an offensive player or you're going to be a defensive player. See, so he only wants defensive player. If you don't play tough-nose defense on his stuff, you don't get off the bench. So our scorers, the people that can score, Cam, Reed, those boys don't do no but score. Mm-hmm. That's their job. That's what they come there for. You put them there in the G League, 30, 40 points. You bring them up here, can't get off the bench. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And we got people that you take Van Fleet. Van Fleet was 1 for 19, and he's still playing because he played defense. That's crazy. You can't win like that. Sit him down. Get somebody else a chance. You're going to lose anyway. You might as well get somebody else a chance. I mean, I understand Van Fleet is the point guard, but sometimes you're not on. Sometimes Green is not on. Put Cam in. What's the difference?
Yeah.
I mean, but he refused to do it because he wanted everybody to play hard-nosed defense. He think, and that philosophy is working for us. We have one more game than we'd have lost because we do play hard-nosed defense. And most of the NBA players are like our team. They don't have superstars. So, but any team that we run up against, they got a big man and a superstar, can't beat them. Well, we can't beat them.
Well,
we don't have no rim protector. Well, you can attack our rim all you want. Nothing we can do about it.
Here's the thing, though. You got all the play. I know it's coming, and nobody's going to expect it. But you're going to get a superstar, whether it's Jimmy Butler, because Jimmy Butler come and play defense, or whether it's Embiid. Me, I keep saying Embiid is the guy you need.
Well, I agree that we could use Embiid.
Embiid is the guy that would change the. Embiid match Houston. He just matched Houston. Like Akeem down there who can it just match Houston with the big man. Big man's is always is Houston. The big man, and then James Harden come in with the pass and do all the little scoring, whatever. But Houston win championships through their big man. What better way to win a championship is with Joel Embiid, Van Fleet, and a couple of little splash players. It's there. It's there. I'm calling for it. I'm not saying I'm right. I know I'm not a GM. But if you look at the trade pieces, Sagun, a couple of draft picks, and Dylan Brooks or somebody like that, that still would keep Philadelphia as a good team. Sagun with Maxey and Paul George, that's still a great team. We got the cancer out the what's name, but he wouldn't be a cancer in what's name because he'll be forced to play under Ndoki. He'll make him play defense first, get him in shape. It just match. It makes sense to me. Joel Embiid to Houston.
You know what you're saying. I agree, but you can't depend on. We want somebody you can depend on.
Man, he don't want to play in Philly. Philly talk, man. You look at how the media is towards him. He don't like Philly.
The media going to be towards everywhere. If you want to play one game and then you can't play the next game,
not in
Houston. Then you out 3-4 games. Come on, man.
But not in Houston.
No. I mean, I understand what you're saying. If I was Philadelphia, I would jump on that as soon as possible.
Quick.
You know what I'm saying? But I understand what you're saying. But that's not. I mean, I can see him with us, and right. If he healthy and we had Embiid, oh yeah, ain't no doubt about it.
It makes sense. It's
ain't
perfect.
No doubt about it.
That team is perfect for Embiid because
ain't
Embiid
no doubt
want
about
to be
it,
the man.
He can shoot.
Yeah.
He can shoot. He can be our go-to man and the scorer.
Yeah.
But you can't depend on him, man.
But here it is, and guess what? See, right now, what they finding out in Philly, the Philly team is already Max's team. Max already took over the team. And then they got the little star, the young star, McCollum and whoever else right there. And then they got Paul George. It's too many players over there because Maxey is rising. He need the ball. You got to give it to him in Philly right now. They went under him because they can't depend on Joe. Joe don't want to play because I'm going to tell you the reason why Joe don't want to play. Because during the offseason, Joel Embiid wanted them to go back and get Jimmy Butler. Instead of getting Jimmy Butler, they went and got Paul George. And Joel Embiid is upset about that. That's why you're hearing me telling that's factual news right there. That's factual. Joel Embiid is upset because Philadelphia didn't get – I mean, they trying to trade Jimmy Butler right now. Anyway, why we won't go – let's go get Joel Embiid. Why are we going to get Paul George instead? Paul George stayed hurt just like me. But Jimmy Butler do too. But I'm just saying it didn't match up. So now Joel Embiid not playing.
I agree with
Joel Embiid not playing right now because that he's not playing hard. He don't trust the team no more.
I don't need nobody with an attitude like that, man.
He don't trust the. He don't trust the. Let me tell you something, man. Philly, Come on, Pop. Let's look at the Philly team in the last 5 or 6. They done made so many bad decisions and bad moves. The whole
But
process has
all of
been
them
wrong.
decisions that he made is won't on him. In the playoff, he disappeared.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
He disappeared in the playoff.
Come on, man. Not every
I
game.
mean,
Not every time.
him and James Harden, when him and James Harden was playing together,
James Harden
James
disappeared.
Harden scoring 18 points and he scored 12 points in the playoffs. Come on, man.
I'm gonna call it what it is. See, I told you, I went back a long time ago, right? I can call it what it is. When Joel Embiid had James Harden, they were so embedded on picking rolls, right? Which should be a great offense, right? Instead, they was running pick and fades, where old boy would instead of like when he pick and roll, he pick and fade. So he's in James Harden way. That's why James Harden couldn't wait, because he's a pick and fade type guy. But in Houston, to me, under a tougher leadership under Ndoko, I think he would play more so in the Akeem Olajuwon role, where he's posting and he's kicking out to the outside shooters like the old style. It just matches in Houston more so with the and you got right now. You got the fast Tyrese Maxey. They playing a faster game, so it just don't match right now. So me personally, I'm calling for Joel Embiid to be better suited for Houston. And now that we talking about it, let's switch off to my boy Lakers. They got a win against the Memphis, where the score 116-110. But we was blowing them out the whole game, and they came back. Third quarter, of course, they walk us back down. LeBron, we won the game. LeBron don't play no defense, man, at all.
Because LeBron is 40.
At all, man.
I mean, you don't expect LeBron to be out there hustling, playing defense and off. He got to be the offense and the defense. That's what I was trying to tell you about our team. You know what I'm saying? The people who score ain't gonna be a great defensive player.
Yeah, and the people who play,
yeah, you can't do both. Either they're gonna be because once you play defense, especially when you get down to when you play hard nosed defense, if you notice the way Houston played, back to Houston for a minute. First quarter they good. Second quarter they good. Third quarter they good. Fourth quarter we gone. We so tired because we've been playing so hard nosed defense. Our shots ain't there no more. The legs gone. You see what I'm saying?
With LeBron, because I noticed with LeBron, like I was looking at the game, and man, at that, it was players coming down the rim where he can just jump and like contest the shot. He don't even jump. He just look at him like, all right, go ahead, get that too. It's like
no, LeBron. It ain't like that. I see LeBron. Man,
hold on, pops. I'm not just gonna sit here and say that I watched the game against Memphis. That dude, they would come down the lane. He would just look at him like, all right, you got that too. Time to go. Like, it happened so many times that I was like, dog, just put your hand up. He don't even put his hand up. LeBron is the, hey, man, LeBron, like, I know we got to score and stuff like LeBron. It's a sideshow, man. The Lakers have become a super, we're going to make the playoffs, and it's sad. It's so much stuff, layers of this that I got to add to it. Like, the NBA need the Lakers to be successful right now. I hate to say this because they on TV. One of America's favorite teams. They are going to be on TV. They got the superstar. They got the two superstars, right? Yo, this is America's team. The reason why the NBA ratings are down because America's team look horrible. If you look at that team, you got a team full of like G League players with LeBron James and what's name. So all right, figure it out. It's horrible NBA. It's horrible for the NBA that LeBron James, their superstars, got to go out like that. And I give credit to that's not even just kind of switch off to that. I give credit to the Warriors, right? The Golden State Warriors. They know they got a budding star. They'll start getting older, right? They at least trying. They went and got Dennis Schrader, right? And Dennis Schrader is somebody who can at least take the ball handling things so Steph Curry can score at least. That's important. What you think about that trade too? Also with Steph Curry getting on Schrader.
Well, they need to take the ball out of Steph Schrader out of Curry's hand, so he can go to that third he can go to that so he can last through the
fourth
fourth
quarter.
quarter.
Yeah, instead
You
of
know,
him being the prime man, the playmaker. Yeah, he don't need to be the
exactly.
primary
They
playmaker.
have to save his legs for the fourth quarter. They need somebody else to handle the ball. Let him play off the ball so he don't have to do all of that. That's why I be trying to tell you, your shooter, because right now in the fourth quarter he finished.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But now they got Strader, and Skater can score a little bit too. So, he can handle the ball. We can send him on the bench a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
So now in the fourth quarter, he rested.
Yeah. Get some extra scoring, at least 12 or 15 points from another your point guard.
From the point guard position.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
And because Steph Curry always been better of running off of picks and stuff like that, which make him great.
And see, once you do, as you get older, you can't do that like you used to.
Yeah, I got to dribble the ball up.
In the fourth quarter, you can rest Steph Curry for half a quarter.
Yeah.
Coming down the stretch, you put him back in. He ain't tired. You know what I'm saying? You put Stroder as the point guard, and my man know how to pass. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna help them tremendously.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna help them. I see Milwaukee making a quick run right now. They playing in the cup, the NBA cup.
Well, Milwaukee got Giannis.
That boy bad, man.
He got Giannis. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Giannis is the ultimate center right now.
Yeah.
It's no one out there that can stop him.
He play like Shaq.
Yeah, no one out there.
He's trying to manhandle you. He plays like Shaq. Right.
So as long as you got that inside presence like that, and as long they the only team that really got an inside presence.
Yeah.
They're gonna go to this, and you can't. There's nothing you can do to stop it.
You can't stop it. Boy's 7 foot, man.
The only player that can match up with him is the boy from Denver,
Jokic.
Yeah, Jokic can match up with him.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? You got players like that, but everybody else want their center to be skinny and out there shooting threes.
Yeah,
man, he attacked the basket. It's nobody to stop him. That's what. And he a rim protector. You can go there and try to dunk and do all that stuff around the rim while he gonna block that man.
Wemby's starting to come on a little bit. He's starting to look more.
Wemby's problem is he wanted to be a guard. He reminded me of Ralph Sampson.
Great analysis.
You don't never see Wemby really under the basket. He don't have it. I mean, come on. If he go there and post up, they throw him the ball under the basket. How can you stop that?
And every time he go down there and go down in the basket, he's unstoppable.
Yeah, how can you stop him?
It's the craziest thing when you see him down low getting the ball down. It's unstoppable. But he shoot. I think
he's so busy wanting to dribble.
He bored.
And shoot the jumper.
He's bored. He haven't learned the American way of winning yet. He's bored. Well, right now, to me personally, he's bored with the easy way of scoring.
I don't think he's bored. It's just how he plays. You know what I'm saying? He don't play with his back to the basket. He want to be up front, Come on. I mean, if I was the coach and he out there with the ball, every time he put that ball on the ground, I send 2 men to take that ball for him.
Yeah, send 2 men to him.
Take that ball from him.
That's why I said
you can't stop him from shooting. You know what I'm saying? So if he dribble, take the ball from him.
That's why I keep saying Draymond Green will shut him down because he gonna play outside.
I don't think Draymond Green.
I'm not saying he gonna shut him down like not gonna have no numbers, but I'm saying when it matters, the points Wemby would get a lot of don't matter points against on Draymond, but Draymond will shut him down when it mattered because Draymond will push his ass outside. I'm gonna push you outside. You can hit the 3 over top of me. Of course, you got it. Hit the 3 over top of me, but you ain't gonna score in the hole because I'm gonna push you out. You're too small. You don't even want the shot. If it's hard, you're not gonna try. See, Wemby, that's what the thing. If it's hard, if they got to push, if he got somebody to push him around down in that hole, he not going down there.
Yeah, Wemby's soft.
He's soft.
Yeah, he's soft.
He's an international player. Soft.
Yeah, he's soft. As soon as you get him down there, he don't attack that basket.
As soon as you start pushing him out.
He's a man that can dunk from the 3-point line. I mean, from the damn near the 3-point line. You see what I'm saying? But you don't see that much because he's outside shooting jumpers and
Yeah,
you know,
because if depending on who he playing against, you gonna see him either outside or inside. Depending on if you playing somebody that's hardcore, they gonna push his ass, push. Draymond gonna keep that forearm and keep pushing him out. Go ahead out there and shoot.
everybody, not just Draymond, everybody do that to him.
Yeah, just go out there and
Keep
shoot.
him on the corner. Yeah, you shoot all them
You go ahead and
jumpers you
shoot
want.
out them jumpers. Yeah, but you ain't coming
Yeah.
down here. But if you want,
Yeah.
if you get down here and start battling, we got a problem. It's
Yeah,
a problem.
he just got to get a little bit more stronger.
I don't even think it's no. It's not a stronger thing. He just got to get in his mind down. Because right now, Pops, even if they push him off his block, you can't push him out because he can turn around. He go gadget. Turn around. His arm's so long. He just dropping the ball in. So he don't have to. He got to get the ball quick and just make quick decisions. You get the ball down low before they could push you out. You get the ball, you make a quick decision. Like Anthony Davis, one of them players, he makes slow decisions when he get the ball down low. When he make quick decisions, he score. When they wait for the double team, it seems like they look around and wait for, all right, y'all coming to double team, all right, now that y'all double team, I'm gonna make my decisions. Like, no, Wemby need to get the ball and tap, turn around.
Wembley don't play inside. He play outside. So
yeah,
as long as he playing outside ball, he gonna be an average player.
He easily beat. So who you got for tonight for the championship cup? Milwaukee or OKC?
Well, that's hard to say. I think Milwaukee's gonna beat them because Milwaukee finally got all their players back,
and they playing.
And OKC is okay. I mean, we could have the Rockets could have beat them if we'd have had a shooter, one shooter, we would have beat them. Mm-hmm. But Milwaukee don't play defense as good as we play defense. Mm-hmm. But I think Milwaukee gonna win.
Milwaukee, I think. I think when you go Milwaukee, I'm gonna go with OKC.
And right now Milwaukee is too big. OKC don't have that.
They don't have that big man.
The center.
No, they don't have that center.
And I don't think Harvesting can do anything against Milwaukee.
Well, that's the reason why I'm picking OKC because, like, Dame to me in big games, I don't know who he is because he don't make nobody better. He's not an assist man. So if he's not on, he don't play great defense. So if his shot not on, he's like just out there. He's just out there. He's just a streaky shooter. So what I'm saying is, OKC, we know Shai Gilgeous is gonna give numbers. He's a bucket. He's just, let's call it what it is. He's a bucket. See them other players they got, like the Lou Dort and all of GG. Those are like strong defensive minded players, man. And like, and Milwaukee don't have. Once you neutralize Dame, all you got to worry about is Giannis.
They have something that the rest of these teams don't have: a rim protector. See, you can't. One thing about you can't run in there and dunk and lay up and dunk on Milwaukee.
Yeah, because Giannis they got two big boys. Yeah, but
so they
Hartenstein,
can you
Hartenstein is not a scorer at all. He maybe averaged 4 to 6 points. So that kind of brings him out the paint. So you pulling most of their players out the paint.
If you're scoring 4 to 6 points, you're not gonna pull out that man out the paint. They'll let him take them shots. Well, see, every game is certain people you let have shots.
I think the NBA want Giannis to win this NBA Cup. Let's call it what it is.
I don't. Well, you know,
OKC is the team, the budding team right now that's like coming. OKC is not playing. They done lost one of their big mans, and they still not playing. They still not playing. So right now, I see personally, OKC is gonna bring a great game. But Milwaukee,
they're gonna ball.
Milwaukee got the star. Milwaukee got the star.
They're gonna ball and they're gonna check you. But
Milwaukee got the 2 stars.
Yeah, Milwaukee got star outside,
inside. Outside, inside.
Yeah, see, a whole lot of they don't have. They just got Gilchrist, and he's not. They got outside, inside. If you shut the inside out, my man will stand out there and shoot threes all night long. Yeah. If you shut the threes out, then Giannis gonna kill you on the inside.
Yeah. So, they haven't figured out a game plan yet. I mean, it's working in the couple of games they had, but to me personally, I'm not a Dame Lillard fan at all. I'm just not a fan of his. He's a streaky shooter. He don't make nobody better. He's not an assist man. One thing, I'm just a traditional assist guy. I grew up in the John Stockton era, where your point guard pass the ball, and I like the pick and rolls. I like the if you got a dominant power forward or center that they get the ball, and the shooting
But
three it
they
works
don't
for.
play basketball like that no more.
But no, they do. But shooting threes it worked for Steph Curry, and a couple of teams it's gonna work for like we don't never talk about Boston right now because for some strange reason Boston is like the number one team in the East, and they don't move nobody's because of their basketball style. Their style of basketball is not the type of basketball style, but they have two stars, Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown, and they play great basketball. But personally, the style of basketball is so detrimental to the game that they're not watchable. So it's hard to really have a conversation about it because you got bench players that come out to take 10 threes a game. Your bench players taking three. That's your bench players don't even usually take 5 to 6 games. So it's just whoever get the ball shoot it, and it's not even flowing offense.
Boston is the champion, so whatever they're doing is working. They're the number one team in the league right now.
Yeah.
They got superstars galore.
Yeah.
They play defense.
Yeah.
So you can't take nothing away from them.
It's an analytical team.
They live and die by the three. Either they're gonna and they got great shooters. They're not only got two superstars that can shoot. They got people that can come off the bench that play their style of basketball. See what my man do? My man don't go get players. He go get players that fit what they do.
Yeah.
They shoot three, so he go out there and get 3-point shooters. That little dude that come off the bench.
Pritchard.
What his name?
Peyton Pritchard.
Right. He's a 3-point shooter.
Yeah, he's not playing.
That's what they do. They're center. The guy that got hurt, and I can't think. I ain't good with names.
Porzingis.
He's a 3-point shooter,
and he's hurt.
Yeah, I mean when he come, he back I think now, but he's a 3-point shooter. So that's what they do. They're gonna shoot 30, 40 3-point shooters every game, and they're gonna hit 20 of them. So that's 60 points. If you run up against Boston and you're not a great 3-point shooter game, you ain't gonna win. Just like I give you a prime example, Boston would blow Houston Rockets out because they can't match that 3-pointer.
Well, Pops, I hate to say this, right? I did the numbers on those guys, right? And even at their max, right, with the number of threes, those guys are leaving 40 points on the board every game. All the 3-point shots they miss, they are leaving 40 points on the board because it's so inaccurate. Like most of them are nobody's shooting over 5. If nobody's shooting over 500% in 3-pointers, right? Let's say if you take 100 threes, Pops, and you shoot 40%, right? That's horrible. Because 100 shots.
Not horrible. That's not horrible. If you take 100 threes and you shoot, that's 70 points.
Exactly.
You gotta look at that's 70 points. And so that means the other team got to do the same thing.
So if you take 100 shots and you shoot if you take 100 shots and shoot 70%.
Huh?
If you take 100 shots and shoot 100 shots, right, and it's 2% and 2-pointers, right, and you shoot 70% and 2-pointers, right, that's 140 points. You're leaving 40 to 50 points on the board every game. There's no way around it. This team is horrible. Because the way they playing is horrible.
How can you say that when they in first place? When they beat everybody,
Pops,
they beat everybody they run up against.
They beating us. It's like a casino beating you. Playing against Boston Celtics it's like a center beating you.
Hold on, Anthony. Hold it right here. You are talking about the champion. They have won the champion. They have beat everybody with that philosophy. Come on, man. You got to look at it. You looking at it totally different. You know what I'm saying? They are the champion. They are the number one team right now. Nobody is beating them. You know?
Bad basketball. I get what you're saying. Bad basketball as bad basketball. The Boston Celtics play bad basketball. They play analytical basketball, and it's horrible for the NBA. I said it at the beginning of the season. You can go back and look at my post, Donald Jefferson Facebook. Go back and look at my post. I said in September, October, whatever the league started when they had all these threes. I said watching this is horrible. They're just jacking up
Well,
threes.
let me ask you a
They're
question.
not even running offense. They just jacking up threes.
let me
One-on-one,
ask you
jack
a
up three.
Can I ask you a question? What place was they in when you first saw them?
First play.
What place they in now?
First place.
What is the complaint?
NBA.
What is the complaint?
The complaint is, the complaint is not about them being the number one team. The complaint about it is not about them being champions. The complaint about them is being unwatchable. I don't want to watch it. I can't watch it. It's not something that I'm interested. It's no flowing offense. It's just
Well,
it's like
that's
everything.
The NBA. No,
it's
hold on.
not
That's
the NBA. All the teams don't play like
you
that.
You only watch the NBA. You only watch the team that you root for. That's what the NBA is right now.
Yeah.
You only watch the team you root for.
And it
ain't like back in the day. It ain't no Showtime.
No, ain't no Showtime. Yeah, you're right.
It ain't no Birds. It ain't no Magic. It ain't no Michael Jordan.
We had a good era with Steph and LeBron. We had a great era with Steph and LeBron.
Well, I mean,
that was a great era. That was a great era with Steph bringing the three and LeBron and them trying to defeat them. That was the great. Oh my God, that was a great era. That Miami team trying to beat Spurs and Cavaliers trying to beat the
I don't agree with
Golden State.
I don't look.
Cavaliers Golden State was so amazing,
why I don't agree with that? You know why I don't agree with that? Because you can barely remember none of them players' names.
Yes, you are lying. You are lying.
Talking about
Pops. That's not true, Pops. You're talking about the greatest teams. Come on now. You talking about Duncan, Ginobili, and Parker versus Ray Allen, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. Then you talk about Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, LeBron, and against Steph, Draymond, and Iguodala, and Klay Thompson. Man, come on, man. That was basketball. That 2010 from the 2020 was great basketball, man. We got to call it what it was. That was great. Even the 20 from 2000, the 2010 with the Tim Duncan and Shaq and Kobe. That was a great era. But man, we done had 20 great years. We done had 20 great years. The last couple of years with these foreigners winning is kind of like which not been watchable. When we had starting with Milwaukee, that was an unwatchable playoff series. Then Denver won. That was another unwatchable playoff series. Come on, man. Peep, what's going on? Last year, Boston and Dallas, unwatchable. Come on, Pops.
The only reason you saying that because you are a LeBron James fan and LeBron James was in the playoffs.
I ain't no LeBron James. I like the Lakers. I ain't LeBron James.
Well,
man.
Look, the LeBron James is the only player in the last 20 years that's watchable. You know what I'm saying?
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry came on, but him and Steph Curry is the only two players in there watching.
That's been watching.
Come on. You ain't watched nobody else.
You right. I mean,
you saying Curry,
but you saying this. I just said the same thing you said.
Hold on. If Steph Curry was playing New Jersey, you ain't watch that.
I'm just saying the same thing you said.
If LeBron James and the Lakers, only reason you watch LeBron James and the Lakers playing Portland is because you're a Laker fan. That's what it is now.
But most of the league has been like that. Pop, look, the league was like that in the 80s. What are you saying? The league was watching.
Like that in the 80s.
Nobody watched. I have never in my life seen a Milwaukee game in the 80s.
But what you mean you never seen a Milwaukee game in the 80s?
I have never in my life seen a Phoenix Suns game in the 80s. I have never in my life seen a Houston Rockets game in the 80s. I ain't see them teams into the 90s.
Oh, so you ain't see
You ain't seen it either.
I did see Big Mo and Boston playing the championship.
Man, you saw that on tape delay, man. After the game was played.
Ain't no tape, but it might have been tape delay because that's the way we had to watch it.
But I'm just saying it. You won't see in those teams. When we looked at when you turn on the TV, you saw Lakers, Boston, Detroit Pistons, and sometimes Mike. Sometimes Mike. Mike won on TV.
That's not true. That's not true.
Michael Jordan won on TV. It was Lakers,
What you
Boston,
mean Michael
and
Jordan
Detroit.
won on
Not
TV?
into the 90s. I'm talking about the 80s. See, now let's go, and then hold on. Now let's go to the 90s, right? In the 90s, you ain't see nobody but Michael Jordan. You ain't even see no other teams on TV.
You was a little boy in the 80s, so
you ain't seen no other team.
You was a little boy.
I watched TV. I know what was on TV.
You weren't watching no TV when you was 8 years old.
I know what was on.
You didn't have a TV.
I did have TV. I had cable, all that shit. What you talking about?
Yeah, no TV.
Cable and all that shit. Hey, we had the TV. We had the cable box that had the free cable on it and everything. What you talking about? Shit, we watched everything.
Well, you ain't watch no TV. Only thing you watched when you were 8 years old was cartoons.
Man, let me tell you something.
You forgot you were born in 78. How you gonna watch a TV in the 80s? Don't talk to me about no 80s.
It was only 3 teams that came on the TV on the 80s. And Michael Jordan won one of them.
That's not true.
Yes, come on, Pops.
That's not true.
Saturday games, you saw the Lakers, Detroit, and Boston Celtics.
That's not true, Anthony.
Name another team in the 80s. I don't know. And and I'm gonna go even further. They showed
Seattle. They showed.
They ain't show no damn Seattle. I don't even want to hear that no more. You talking about some? They ain't never show no Seattle. I can't believe you sit here came on TV talking about we gonna see Seattle over here.
They ain't even all the people were talking about the glove.
That was the 90s.
That was the 80s, man.
That was the 90s, man.
They showed Seattle.
The 90s, man.
They showed
They ain't show no Seattle on no TV.
Portland. They showed New Jersey.
They ain't show no teams on the TV. They ain't show no teams on TV.
They showed the Knicks.
They showed the Knicks. Yeah, they showed the Knicks. You're right. They showed the Knicks.
Come on, man.
Knicks.
They showed all them teams.
Let me tell you something about the 90s,
They showed the Bullets.
Hold on. I'm going to tell you something about the 90s,
They showed the Bullets with West Unfell.
I'm going to tell you something about the 90s, too, right?
Bill and Lanier with Milwaukee. They ain't showed them.
They ain't showed them. That's you knowing basketball. They did not come on TV in no damn Richmond, Petersburg area. I don't care nothing you could tell me. They did not come in there. Yeah, you said you saw, but they didn't come on no TV in no Richmond, Virginia, no Milwaukee playing anybody, and no Petersburg, Richmond area. That is absolutely true.
That is not true. You don't know. If you don't know something, you need to shut up on it. Because you don't know what you're talking about. Don't make yourself look like a fool on the internet. Don't make yourself look like a fool on the internet. Because all the old heads know what they saw.
They ain't see that.
We were there. You remember? You were 8, 9 years old in 80s.
You don't even know who was on Milwaukee team. You don't even know who was on Milwaukee team
when you was 8, 9 years old.
Let me tell you something. Look, let me tell you something in the 90s too, right? While we talking about it. In the 90s, scoot up. In the 90s, guess what? It was like 6 franchise teams that came into the 90s. That was the most washed up league in the 90s right now. All that was is new franchises come in. All the players was all over the place. Bunch of washed up players. Jordan washed right through all them motherfuckers.
Oh, whatever.
Bunch of G leagues. Think about expansion teams.
You sitting there making a fool out of yourself.
Expansion team, Vancouver, Toronto, Orlando Magic. Who else? Minnesota Timberwolves.
Those are the new teams.
What years did they come in? What year did they come in?
I don't know what year they came. It came in the 90s.
It came in the 90s. So let me tell you something what happened, right? So in the 90s, right, when you got 4 expansion teams come in, right, each team got 15 players. 7 of those 15 players are protected, right? And the rest of them teams on the bench get put to those teams, right? So if you want protected, you get put to those teams. So you can say 4 teams out of them 32 teams in the 90s all the teams was hurt during them era because the expansion. All the 90s, Pops. So all them championship teams while Jordan was winning, the conspiracy right there, they made Jordan look good while they was expanding the league.
Well,
he played against the talent was so low in the 90s. I'm gonna call him out because guess what? They don't talk about expansion where them teams won't no good, and you had to gut these teams and stuff. See, I call them out.
Well, they didn't gut.
That's the history.
They didn't gut Chicago team either.
Hmm?
They didn't gut Chicago team.
They had to have a star to go through it, Pops.
Then they gut everybody team. They
Man,
gut Chicago team too.
they ain't gut cause
Oh,
Chicago
they
lost
gut
some players.
everybody else, but
You
they
right,
had to gut
Chicago when it
Come
got
on,
hold on. You right. Chicago, they gutted Chicago, and Chicago when they gave Chicago Dennis Rodman. They gave Chicago all the good players. They went and get Tony Kukoc, the best international player in history over there at the time. See, y'all don't what's name. They surrounded Jordan with superstars, while all the other teams, while all the other teams took expansion teams.
Who is they?
The NBA.
The NBA. Come on, Anthony. They traded for him.
Pops, all the other they had four expansion teams.
They traded for Rodman because Rodman was unhandleable. Rodman played for San Antonio and won 3-4 championship. We forgot all about that.
He didn't win no championship in San Antonio. He did not win a championship in San Antonio under Dave Rob. Dave Rob, they did not win a championship. Look it up. They did not win no championship. He got up out there because Dennis Rodman called Dave Robin soft. And Karl Malone used to punish him. And Akeem Olajuwon used to punish Dave Robinson. That's why we don't talk about him no more. Let's be real. Real talk about Dave Robinson because he used to get punished. Shaq used to punish him. Olajuwon used to punish him. And what's the boy name? Other boy name? Karl Malone used to punish him. You know Karl Malone used to punish him.
Well, you just named 4 teams. You are Utah. You named, but you claim there weren't no teams. You just named 4 teams. 5 teams.
Pops.
They just couldn't beat Chicago.
Pops.
Utah, Phoenix, Lakers, San Antonio. You just naming teams, but all of a sudden you don't tell me it won't no team.
But I named players off them teams. I ain't named the team. I did not name the team. I named the players off the team because guess what? After I named Karl Malone, who was on that squad? Him and John Stockton. After I named Olajuwon, who was also on that team?
Let me ask you a question. Did David Robinson win a championship?
Yeah.
Okay. Was San Antonio?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I need now.
They won it in the late 90s after Jordan retired, after they let Jordan leave.
Oh, okay, whatever.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just calling that out what it is.
In the 90s,
when we talking about,
when
Jordan left.
Well, it don't mean no different. It's still the NBA.
Pops, all I'm trying to tell you is the 90s was washed. The 90s was super washed. The reason why I'm saying the 90s was washed because it was 4 expansion teams added, and the teams had to separate. If it's 15 players on the roster, 15, 30, that's 30, 45, 60. Do I need to go on? So you're saying 120 players from those teams that's already that was loosened out, and they had to have some star to keep it together, keep the NBA together while they're going through this expansion. You won't see what happened. I saw what happened in the 90s. I saw it,
Anthony,
and I'm calling it out right now.
Okay, call it out.
All right, man. We done had enough of the show. We done did about.
Call it out.
We got to come back. We got to come back with another show, Pops.
But don't talk about the 80s because you weren't about 8 years old.
I talk about the 80s because
you don't know about no 80s.
Hey, guess what? In the 80s, it won't that.
The 80s was the greatest.
Let me tell you something about the 80s.
NBA ever.
You might be right, but let me tell you something about the 80s that we do know that you don't want to discuss. It won't but about 3 or 4 channels if you didn't have cable. Luckily, we had cable. We had TNT, which might have aired some of the games, and the only game they aired was Atlanta Hawk games. See, that's how. Hold on. If I ain't know my 80s, who would be able to say that? In the 80s, TNT didn't air nothing but wrestling and goddamn Atlanta Hawks game. You could see Dominique Wilkins, but far as seeing like you talking about turning on to channel 8 or channel 12, you ain't seeing no Milwaukee Bucks. They not putting Milwaukee Bucks. They're not putting Phoenix. They're not putting no Utah Jazz on TV. You got to see about them. The only reason why I knew about them the other teams is because of you getting Sports Illustrated books, getting pro football books. That's the only reason why I knew about them in the 80s. But all the rest of them teams, we know that didn't come on TV.
You couldn't read when you was in the 80s, son. You were 8 years old. You ain't read no book. You ain't read. Come on,
y'all see how I'm cooking? Y'all see how I'm cooking? You see how they go to the? You see how pops go to the insults when I'm cooking?
When you were 8 years old.
You see how they? Hey, when I start cooking, y'all telling the truth. They go to insults. They go to insults. You know how to read when you was 8 years old.
You done gone all out left field.
I'm cooking.
You know what I'm saying? And in 1980, you got to remember you were 6, 7 years old, and you ain't read no NBA books or no football books. And you didn't. The only thing you looked at on TV was cartoons.
I'm eating. I was cooking them, y'all. That's how you cook.
You know, but you don't know nothing about the 80s. Only thing you know about the 80s is that the cartoon was Popeye and whatever who was on the during the 80s.
Y'all see what he changed? You see how you see how the insults come when you start really cooking. You see,
ain't no cooking.
You see what I start cooking on him. Y'all see when I start cooking and talking about shit.
You're talking about something you ain't never seen.
Yeah, when I start talking that shit, and you go back and look at the fact check me then. Go back and fact check. Go back and fact check everything I said and watch what you see. When you go back and fact check what I said.
You was a little boy.
Yeah, go back and fact check.
You was a little boy.
I remember everything.
You know, I remember when you was a.
I remember Pinky and Blue in the 80s. What are you talking about?
I remember when you was a Cincinnati Bengals fan.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, when you was a little boy. Yeah. You weren't no Laker fan. You was a Washington Bullets fan. I remember all that.
I ain't never known like no Washington Bullets. Tell them who I like for real. Karl Malone.
Yeah, that's right. Karl Malone, Utah.
Yeah.
So don't.
And when Karl Malone went to LA, where I went to.
I don't remember none of all that.
I know you don't.
You was a Utah fan.
I know you
don't
remember
Cincinnati fan.
I know in the 80s. I know in the 80s. I said enough. I said enough. That's why I'm cooking over here. Because in the 80s,
I know what you're doing.
I know in the 80s, I'm cooking right now because in the 80s, I called it out. It won't but 3 teams that was on TV. And over here on this East Coast, it won't but 3 to 4 TVs on this. What's that? And I called out the TV channels that played them. NBC and ABC, and they only playing 2 or 3 on team. They only got to play the big game. They can't just play anybody. Then you got on TNT because Ted Turner. Hold on, I even know the name of the dude who owned the TV channel. Ted Turner on TNT. Ted Turner had the wrestling, the NWA. Remember NWA and WCW? We used to watch that in Atlantic Hawks basketball. That's the only thing that came on TV in the East Coast. I ain't seen no Washington Bullets. I never seen a Washington Bullets game. Never seen them.
What?
I ain't never seen a Washington Bullets game in the 80s and 90s. I never seen a Washington Bullets games in the 80s.
And you know what? And I agree with you on that because when you were 8, 9 years old, you didn't watch no basketball.
Why you keep saying 8, 9 years old?
That's how old you were. You were born in 1978, Anthony.
Yeah, but why you keep saying that?
That's
75.
Okay,
that's 1976. So you saying 1976 I couldn't understand basketball?
1978. You weren't born in 1976. 1978.
You saying in 86 I couldn't understand basketball?
At the age of 6?
I couldn't watch basketball? You saying that
you were watching cartoons, son?
I watch basketball too.
I knew Magic Johnson.
I knew Magic Johnson.
You outside playing, jumping in the swimming pool. Who do you think you're talking to?
This daddy.
You know what I'm saying? You weren't watching no basketball at the age of 6. Or no, you didn't start watching basketball until you got 14, 15 years old.
Pops, I didn't say I watched the game. I said what games it was on TV. The games that was on TV, and you can't fact check me. Go fact check me. Go fact check me. Fact check me. The games that came in the 80s, it was 4 games that came on. Lakers, Boston, Detroit, sometimes the Lakers, Detroit against players, and then Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan didn't even get no player time into the 90s.
Okay. Who was the Lakers playing?
They had to play on if they ain't come on TV unless they was playing Detroit or somebody.
So you said
Detroit or Boston.
The only game that was on the TV was the Lakers.
And we watch. You know what? I'm gonna tell you in the 80s. You know what we watched a lot in the 80s that was on TV a lot? College.
You know what?
College football and college basketball. I used to watch the North Carolina Tar Heels, and then they had the Eric Dickersons and all them boys that was playing. And
I'm gonna say this to the internet. How many people out there think this are 8 years old was watching NBA basketball at 8 years old, at 9 years old? How many people out there think they were watching NBA? Please let me know.
So let me ask you this.
I'm going with that.
All right, no, hold on. Let me ask you this.
I'm over with. It's over with.
So you that's your fact check, right? Now let me counter that, right? In the 80s, right? How many TV channels was it? Go ahead. How many TV channels was it? So after the cartoons go out hold on. After the cartoons go off, after 12 o'clock when the cartoons go off, what was left on TV? You had the stories, you had General Hospital and all that, and then what come on after that? You might see on set. It only come on set. That's how I knew about boxing, because boxing came on, fight night, or if it was NBA in the 80s.
No fight.
Man was fighting in the 80s. Mike Tyson used to watch. Mike Tyson fought in the 80s, man. We saw Mike Tyson in the 80s.
Ain't fought in no 80s.
What?
Mike Tyson ain't fought in no 80s.
Mike Tyson, all his main fights was in the 80s. Pops.
Mike Tyson ain't fought in no 80s.
Mike Tyson fights was in the 80s.
Okay. All right.
The 80s. Early 90s. When he started fighting in the 90s, the man went to jail in the 95, 94. So by the time the 90s came, he was on the down rod. That's where he was. His last big fight was in 96, Pops. When Tupac got killed. Remember, Tupac and them boys got killed in 95, 96. Them boys, that was the 80s, Pops, when Mike Tyson was doing his numbers.
I don't know about no Tupac.
I don't know Tupac. Go fact check, because MC is cooking right now. All I know is that
how many people out there think are 8 years old while sitting there watching NBA basketball at the age of 8 years old?
Me. And you know why? And you know why? It won't that many channels. It won't that many channels.
You won't watch it at my house.
It won't that many channels.
I know when you were 8 years old,
channels he was watching.
You were out outside playing.
But when we come back in the house, what was on TV?
Whatever I was watching.
What you watch?
NBA.
So, all right, time to log off. Time to log off, because guess what? I did the same thing you did. How I knew about sports. Everything you did, everything the sports you got, everything on the sports knowledge you got, I got too. Every sports knowledge you got, I got.
At 8 years old, you was not watching. You was not watching those sports.
I ain't saying I was watching.
We had more than one TV in the house.
I ain't said I was watching the sports, but I said what came on. I ain't say I watched it.
We was watching
the whole game.
Was more than one TV in the house.
I ain't say I watched the whole game, Pop. But I knew what was coming on and what times they came on. I knew the time. I knew the cartoons at Saturday mornings. You had your fight night, your football, your fight. You had your college. But guess what? NBA.
There wasn't no fight where the only thing that was on during the 80s was the wild world of sports. What are you talking about fight night? What are you talking about?
You don't remember fight on ESPN? That's what Tyson used to fight on ESPN back in the day.
Okay, all right.
See, the internet. We're gonna fact check you the whole. We're gonna go back and fact check all this.
First you played one but 3 channel. You done named TNT. You done named ESPN. People keep on naming.
But ESPN ain't had no basketball rights. ESPN was a news channel. They ain't had no basketball rights back then. They did not have. It was ABC and NBC. Matter of fact, NBC didn't even play it was NBC and ABC. It was only ones that was playing on basketball and football. And ABC, come on, man. CBS, ABC, and NBC. Right, those are the only 3 sports channels when we was in the 80s.
It's been an hour and a half, and I'm signing off. Thank you, and have a great day. You finished, because you talking all out your head right now. You know what I'm saying? But all I'm saying, all I need to know is how many people out here that believe are 8 years old were sitting there watching NBA at the age of 8 in the 80s.
See, again.
Let me know. Let me know, world.
Fact check me if I'm wrong.
What you think?
Fact check me if I'm wrong.
What do you think?
Fact check me if I'm wrong. 3 channels. Fact check me if I'm wrong. They came on. They was tape delayed. It was 3 games, and they ain't played with the same teams. Fact check me if I'm wrong.
Hold on, Anthony. You said 3 channels, but you already mentioned TNT, Atlanta, and you already mentioned ESPN.
ESPN did not play no. ESPN.
That's 5 channels right there.
ESPN did
what
not.
are you talking about?
ESPN did not play no. No
that's
basketball.
5 channels.
ESPN
Anthony.
did not play basketball back then.
ESPN said it was 3 channels, and you already mentioned 5.
ESPN did not play no basketball during back in them days. It was just all news. ESPN,
are you sure about that?
Yes, I'm sure. They just started playing NBA in the 2000s. Come on now. They still don't play football. Come on.
Okay.
Now. Come on now.
I watched football last night on ESPN. I don't know what you watching on.
What you watching on?
ESPN.
Yeah, 2025. We in the
Why
year
you
20.
said he still don't play football?
We got aliens now.
You just talking all out your head.
We got
trying to prove
aliens
something.
now. Yeah, we got
You talking all
aliens
out
now.
your head.
We got
You talking
aliens
all
now.
out
So
your head,
remember
son.
that.
Son, you're making a, you talking all out your
No,
head.
it's time to fact check me. Fact check me.
Prove-
All
prove
you
a
gotta
point.
do, all you gotta do is fact check me. In the 80s, it won't but 3 or 4 games that used to come on, and it was the same teams and it was the same channels. Fact check me. I can tell you the
So
channels. I can
every
tell you
week,
the owners.
Detroit and the Lakers and Boston played each other.
Every week.
Okay. All
And
right.
then ABC had some fights. Remember ABC used to have the fights too? They used to have the good fights. And then they had the fight nights on what's man, I know.
Right.
I know.
You were 8, 9 years old. You
Hey,
was not
remember.
looking at no football or no sports on TV. You were outside playing. When we was
When
kids,
I came
you
in the
played
house,
outside.
when I came in the house, and what was
What,
on
did
TV?
you use the bathroom?
When I came in the house, when it was dark, what was on TV?
Oh, when it was dark? Shoot,
What was on TV? Are you not gonna say it, or you don't want to say it now? What was on TV?
I don't know what
By the
was on
time
TV.
I get in the house, what was
remember.
on TV? I remember. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you what was on TV. The NBA,
The news.
the Lakers of
All
Detroit.
right.
You got it.
Okay.
You got it. On to the next show. I see y'all again.
Have a good one.
Pops and MC, you know how we do. Stay tuned for the next show. Thursday night football coming up, and the NBA games. I know it's getting down to it. The NBA Cup. Let's see who won it. What is it? Milwaukee versus